Oh, see, already off. There we go. Welcome everybody to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
We used to read Blood Horse magazine. I got my Cuban links.
Yes, Cuban B.
And I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what pays me.
It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves eat good.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Joining me, as always, you might know him as the Michelangelo of the crying Michael Jordan. He's your favorite capper's favorite capper. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry the Sniper Spears.
You know how we do. Rockefeller. Forever. You catch me skating through your town, putting it down. Y'all relating, no waiting. I'll make your block infrared hot. I'm like Satan.
Barry, I'm putting together a to-do list for the weekend, and on the top of it is to get your new sound drop.
New beats.
New beats.
All right, that's what's up.
Barry, what's good?
Not much. It's Friday, ready for the weekend and, ready to relax. It's hot as Hell's Kitchen here. Like, the humidity is through the rizoof. It's like literally you put on another coat when you go outside.
Oh yeah, like walking face first into a hot, wet blanket.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
No, exactly that feeling. I call that jungle hot. Yeah, man. It's the
That's
real
what we got
deal.
going on.
It starts in like March in Louisiana. It starts around April here. Yeah, it doesn't fuck around. Barry, it's Friday.
It is.
And while we've had a short week, it doesn't mean that the crescendo that we've built to today is any less spectacular. That's right. It's Friday. And on Friday, we put it on our mamas.
On my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, wish you could. I look fly, I look good.
I always expect the bass to drop.
Bernie.
Yeah, Barry and I've gone through these Friday cards to find our one horse that we not only say that you can single in your goddamn pick fives, but we put it on our mamas. Now, to just kind of let you know how important this show is, this is my sweet mother, Big Nance. I put it on her name, and that doesn't go well for me. So I'm trying to change my stars, if you will, a little bit here, Barry.
Your stilo is changed. Change your steez.
Yeah, that's right. Real quick, before we jump into it, just got to remind you, and I forgot to do this yesterday. What the fuck was I thinking? To go to Sherbet Coffee, because the Sherbetties would sure appreciate it. SherbetCoffee.com. Pick up a bag of their Breakaway Bold. You know why? Because every bag they sell, $1 goes to Equine Aftercare. Plus, helps Colombian farmers, helps them stay out the dope game.
It's time to fuck shit up with Sherbet in your cup.
That's how you know I wasn't feeling well yesterday, because I didn't get a chance for Two Takes Tony to say his piece after the layoff.
Takes is upset about this.
Yeah, Barry, you lead us off, not because that's how numbers work, but because that's how clocks work. You picked your single from Churchill Downs, the bastard of bastard distances, 7.5 furlongs, a $100,000 non-winners, a 3-something. I'm not here to read your fucking conditions. Optional claimer on the dirt. Barry, who's the horse you put on Brooksy?
Yeah, you nailed it by saying it's the bastard of distances, because I really don't see this distance run often anymore. This race is $100,000 claimer, non-winners of 3. So we got some really good horses in this race. They're not top echelon types, but they're close. And there seems to be a lot of speed in here. The one Top Gun Girl probably will have to go from the rail. Cat's Cave, best running has been done on the lead. Same thing could be said for Pagali potentially. I Heart Reina Calm I really don't know what that is, but that horse has a lot of speed. Even the outside horse will probably have to get involved for early, effortlessly elegant, or yeah, I guess it's elegant.
I hear train a coming. I hear train a coming. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prism. That's what it is. It's Johnny Cash reference. I got it. Yes.
There you go. I'm proud of that because I had no clue. Uh, but as you can see, there is a lot of speed in here. I chose number 6, Lady Moscato. If you go through this horse's past performances, she's been keeping excellent company. She's lost to My Main Squeeze, Mystic Lake, Bright Work, Fibber, Hall and Ice twice, Justique, Minx Palace, all of whom would probably be vying for favoritism in this race, if not an overwhelming favor. The class relief makes all the difference here. I know the coach likes to run his horses, which is great because it seems like this horse is running herself back into form. The 2 workouts, the one on May 13th was really good, and the one on May 22nd is a tightener for this one. All systems go, man. This horse should get a great trip. So we're going with number 6, Lady Moscato, race number 6 at Churchill. Let's go.
Lady Moscato was run against a variable who's who of beat that ass, pretty much. Like just horses that go out and beat that ass that look really strong in other races too. Like Hall and Ice, that's a big one for Safi, for sure. I think an Arkansas bred, just want to point that out. No big deal. All right, so Barry takes the number 6, Lady Moscato. He puts it on Brooke, or in this case, Ida May.
And I put that on Ida May.
Yeah. There we go. Real quick, before we get to my single for Friday, I got to remind you that next week, oh, baby, we're singing New York, New York, because it's Belmont week. It's Belmatoga at Saratoga. That's right. We got the Belmont at Saratoga too, Electric Boogaloo, and we're helping you kick off Belmont week in a big way when you sign up today for Naira Bets using promo code SGPN200 and score a $200 deposit match bonus. Don't wait. Head to nairabets.com/SGPN200 and claim your $200 deposit match bonus today.
That sees the gray on that graphic? Is that sees the gray?
Let me see. It might have been because I think it's still their previous graphic. I don't think they've sent us an updated one. We've got Junior Mafia popping off in the chat before we get to the next pick. We got Jack Fletcher. He says, morning fam. Hit a solid pick 3 yesterday. Congratulations. There you go, buddy.
Nice.
I feel like
you didn't give it to us. What's up, Jack?
Yeah, bro. We share with you. I also feel I've started to feel like the pick 3 is the working man's horizontal. Like that's the
of course. That's I mean that's my pleasure right there.
That's that salt of the earth horizontal.
Yeah,
right.
Man.
Yeah. Barry's with me. He knows what I'm talking about. All right. My single, listen. It's no secret at all that I've been just an absolute just disappointment to my mother. And usually whenever I single a horse on an episode of I Put That on My Mama, I see dead people. That's what happens. So I decided I put it in, I feel like a cheat code for singles. I took it to the West Coast and went to Santa Anita. I played Santa Anita race to 6 furlongs, a $6,250 restricted allowance. Chase, why not say $6,250? Because it sounds way more impressive when you put a point in it. It's a restricted allowance on the dirt. Listen, I can already tell. I can feel your eyes out there. The eyes of people who have also handicapped the Santa Anita Friday card and know what a baby back bitch move I'm about to make here in the second race at the Great Race Place. Here's the deal, though. I got to get on the board for Big Nance, so I'm making a play. I think we'll win. Fuck the odds. The odds will suck, but odds be damned. I can't stress enough how bad these odds will be. But still, we press on. But for real, though, these odds, bad. I'm singling the number 2, Auditory, at 2-1 for Andrew Harris, second off the claim. And fresh off of a strong effort where Auditory wired a field of restricted $5,000 claimers, earning the right to run here to face tougher. Here's the handicap. The 1 Honorable Gal here at 3-1 has to go from the rail drop position and try to wire here. Also has to go as a matter of run style. Now she's shipping over from the Los Al quarter horse meet, where she's been running the longer hook races. You can see her last two were the 1,000-yard hook races. But she couldn't hold on at the shorter distances. What do we think she's going to do at 6 furlongs? Auditory should be able to sit just off, or even maybe take the lead and neutralize Honorable Gal straight off the rip here. Anywho, I think that Auditory handles business. I eat chalk, but I do it for Big Nance.
Can I make my phone call? Do I have rights? Can I make my phone call?
Who you gonna call?
Huh?
Who you gonna call?
Yo, mama.
That's right. Yo, mama. Barry, how do you feel about wrapping up bets?
I think that's what we need to do.
Is mandatory. Barry, go ahead.
All right. Churchill Downs, race 6, number 6, Lady Moscato to the hoop for the coach and me. I put that on my mama.
Is Brooksy a Moscato fan? Does she drink a lot of Moscato?
No. Brooksy actually had on Thursday Chipotle and a Dos Equis. So that's what she was doing on a Thursday night.
Keeping that experience authentic. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. For me, Friday, I put that on my mama's single for your goddamn pick 5. Santa Anita, race 2, the number 2 Auditory at 2-1. To make myself look better, which I'm constantly in an effort doing because I'm genuinely an unimpressive person. But listen, this could be a very valuable single with Auditory, because if you look at how that card is constructed, you have race 4 maiden race, race 5 maiden race. You have back-to-back maiden races to kill it. If you can spread out there, save a little money in a leg where you know a horse is going to win. So I look a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. Smidge. Barry, what you got going on this weekend, buddy?
Not much. Staying cool and staying fed. That's really it.
Nice. I want to go to the beach, but I want to be one of those guys that never gets in the water. He just kind of wades to where he can kind of reach down and then just like splash.
That's me.
Splash.
I don't even get that deep, man. I just put my feet in. You know,
how much
I had a bad Achilles for a while, and actually going in and putting my feet in the salt water really kind of helped me with pain issues and stuff. So I like to just put my feet in.
You know, I remember when we were a kid.
Plus the sharks. That's the other thing. There's a lot of sharks. I actually got, like 2 weeks ago, I was out at the beach. I put a video up on my Facebook and IG, and the shark people came, ambulance, and they pulled some guy out of the water. It must not have been a really bad bite, but it was a shark bite.
Man, so do you remember when we were kids in the National Geographic, like it was reserved for like really old VHS tapes that you watched whenever your teacher was gone, and it was usually about like Egypt or had like native boobies? Well, now the National Geographic Channel is all about shark attacks and cocaine smuggling. And now I can't see the ocean without thinking that I'm going to get bit. I can't see a suitcase or really just anybody's midsection and think that there's not cocaine in there. Some people swallow it.
Well, every semi truck you see, you think of crossing the border, the border wars. And I seen one the other day where they pulled out a whole bunch of keys from in the middle of the basically the bed of the truck, and they were they were in there with like a belt, and they pulled the belt out, and all these kilos came flying out of the thing. Yeah, it's crazy.
God. Well, I hate to keep yammering on this subject, but remember, folks, keys open doors.
I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at the Notorious OTB. Make sure you tune in next week. As I was talking about in that Naira ad, next week we got Belmont at Saratoga. I'm sure we're going to be talking all of that little boutique meet for the third jewel of the Triple Crown. Joining us Thursday, our boy, Ken Rudolph. I told him that I call my pin the pin Rudolph, and he said that was sweet. And I was like, okay, Kid and I are bonding.
Kid's you know, he's got a little hard exterior, but he's a softie. This guy.
That's right. And then Friday, tentatively, I believe we got our boy Matthew DeSantis joining us.
Matthew, be careful, it's slippery right there, sir. Jesus Christ! Come back, Matthew! Oh, God. Matthew, God. Rebecca.
He's coming back, though. He's gone, but he's coming back.
He's coming back. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here. We will see you next week. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.